Should I be walking 10,000 steps a day? Safi Russell here, certified nutrition coach with your next nutrition strategy chat. Enjoying the sun, but I'm going to put these on. So, should you be walking 10,000 steps a day? The answer is it depends. The reasoning behind the 10K steps a day is definitely a great goal for cardiovascular health, great for even insulin resistance and things of that nature. So it's definitely a great goal. However, it's not a customized goal. Ideally, the purpose is so that you get out and move about and keep active, right? Everyone has a standard activity level that they fall at, each day, depending on your lifestyle, your career, any extracurricular activities, any workouts that you may do. So when setting goals such as macro goals and calorie goals, one of the things that we look into is your activity level on a daily basis. The key, though, is that everyone's activity level is not exactly the same every day. Also, picking an arbitrary activity level such as sedentary or moderate or a high may not be accurate. Maybe you think on average, okay, I work out 3 days a week and I'm going to select that. But if that's giving you an average of 700 calories a day and you don't actually burn 700 calories on average per day, you might be taking in too many calories, or you might not have the right mix of macros if you do strength training versus aerobic activity. So it's about the strategy when determining your macros and the amount of calories that you intake, because no one day is the same. For example, today I had a slower start. It was my rest day. So no gym today, just some mobility work and getting our daughter to school, etc. And I had a couple of appointments. So pretty sedentary. At 11 o'clock, I only had like 125 calories burned and like a couple hundred, like 1,000 steps or whatever it is, right? Nowhere near my goal for the day. I have a minimum 500 calorie goal, which is low, right? But I can exceed that. So if I would have set up my macros based on a moderate activity level, because I do work out 4 or 5 days a week, I might be taking in too much on the days where I'm more sedentary. And I might not be taking in enough on the days where I work out maybe twice, because I worked out in the morning and towards Zumba at night. Okay. So your activity level is a moving target. The nutrition strategy is about identifying your true activity level and setting your goals based on that moving target. The days where you need more energy, you're not undereating. And the days that you need less energy, you're not overeating, right? Because all of those little differences can add up. And when I started to streamline this for myself, I started seeing within 2 to 3 weeks, major changes in body composition. I can't wait to share my results over the 6-week span, but just 3 weeks in, it's noticeable in my clothing, the way they fit, how I look in the mirror, your muscle definition or toning, right? Just by making that small change. So don't stop doing 10K steps if that's your goal, but just keep in mind that that's a general goal and you want to ensure that the calorie intake you're taking in or the energy intake you have coming in is sufficient to support that 10K goal plus whatever else you have going on. As an example, someone who's on their feet all day or doing physical labor, if you already are burning 1,000 calories just in your daily activity, then you're going over and above to do your 10K. Then you're also going and working out and you're at, let's call it 2,500 in terms of energy output. And then you're only taking in 1,500 in calories. That's an extreme deficit. And it may be right for you. I'm not going to speak on that if you're working with someone. However, it may not be sustainable long term and it may not be healthy for you long term. So while you can overeat by just setting your numbers too high, you can definitely undereat as well. And so if you're looking for a customized strategy in determining what your calorie intake, what your macro levels should be, how you time your meals, let's definitely connect and chat more about my 6-week nutrition strategy program. Look forward to seeing you in the next chat.